I like this. Cruising up to the camp, enclosed, heat, these crazy tracks. Now that gives me some ideas. It's kind of like, it's got an old aircraft feel about it. This is when I start to think about things and things start to roll in my head. You know, what can we do with this? What can we put on the back? I wonder what we could pull with this. Let's go talk to the owners.
Sample box back on. I'll put a crane on, you know, to do the trails. They'll put a drag on. So heat, all the amenities. The guys like this because they don't have to have helmets or hard hats on because of the ROPS and the total enclosure.
Right.
You can pretty much dress it the way you want it. It's dressed for the application. And what I mean by that is the right tracks with the right grousers, the right tires, the right guides, the right box, the right enclosure on the back to serve the customer's needs. And it's targeting really a dollar figure where there's a void. So something that'll do this amount of work, usually you can expect, you know, to drag a D6 through the bush, where something under 100K, well under 100K, will do the same job when it's fully loaded.
Yeah. Baseline model, what's something like this?
Base is like 40, 38. But it's not the way to approach this particular vehicle.
Yeah.
You want to put the package together to suit what he's doing in the bush, right? Because you'll see this on the Lake Simcoe dragging 8 ice huts behind it. Or you'll see this up at James Bay, taking core sample in and out of the
Still
bush.
got some great deals.
Argo's been around for 50 years. We've been doing this for so long, and we've got a 6 and an 8 wheel vehicle. This particular one's got a 750 EFI engine in, Kohler engine in. It's blinged out for the sportsman. You can haul 6 buddies into there. It'll float 4. I mean, it's an amphibious vehicle.
Right.
I've got price-pointed vehicles right down to a little sports car version, 6-wheelers, and then entry-level. Entry-level's under 10 grand. And then it works through up. It's 4 different transmissions, 4 different engines, 6 colors, 2 body styles, and 300 options.
Well, I remember when I was about 7 years old, we were at a friend's house, and there were 2 Argos out in the backyard.
Yeah,
and I remember they were red with, you know, I remember seeing the chain case and, you know, everything hooked up under there.
Yeah,
I always thought they were the coolest thing. And one time we were up in Quebec at my camp, we pulled in late at night, and somebody had broken into my camp. This has nothing to do with Argo, but he had an Argo. And we actually became kind of friends, and we went, yeah, we did, it sounds really funny. He was just a nice guy. He needed a place to stay the night, that happens where we go. So what we did was we ended up driving across the lake with that. He took us all over. It was a super impressive machine, there's no doubt about it. Yeah.
And the beauty of this is it's not meant for necessarily trails. It's meant to make its own trails. Yeah. So it is a skid steer. Right. So you actually brake and drive the wheels. So you need earth, snow, you know, muck to make it turn. But when it's in the bush, off-road, nothing is better.
What would be the weight on this?
Well, this one undressed, without anything on, like 900 pounds. This one's like 1,200. The other one's about 1,250.
Right.
So, but option. And if you want to helicopter it into your location, this is a 650 for the guys that want an air-cooled, carbureted, Briggs & Stratton. Nothing wrong with it. Standard transmission, great, the workhorse, but it's price pointed.
Right.
If you wanted to step up and graduate, then you go to an HDI. There's an EFI engine in. And what we call the Admiral transmission. We manufacture an Admiral transmission. Now, obviously, we have it sort of blinged out for the trade show here, but this particular one, 6 guys. I mean, it's a monster in the bush.
Yeah.
You put a set of tracks on, and it's pretty much unstoppable in the bush.
Is there a bilge pump in these?
If you so choose.
Okay.
Everything's an option.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, if you don't have a bilge pump, you can obviously drain. Do you have to drain?
I would.
Yeah.
See, the beauty of this, it's a boat.
Right.
The downside is it's a boat.
Yeah, right.
Meaning it'll keep stuff out, it'll keep stuff in. So what you do is you park it on an incline, pull the plugs, power wash the stuff. Remember, it's a chain driven. Again, it's our strength.
Right.
You lubricate it, grease the points. That's it.
Away you go.
Away you go. Away you go. And if you maintain your equipment, like I know you do, right?
I do.
Then you'll have no problem in the bush.
No, we go so far back in the bush. We go up into Quebec. We have a camp that's very remote. We make sure everything's connected and everything. All the
Helicopter hooks, so you can chopper these in.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So but it'll get you back to the third lake that's never been fished, or the only way you can get at it's with an airplane. So, I mean, I fished from this. It's pretty cool.
So how's the show been for you so far?
I actually sold one. That one sold.
The little blue one?
Yeah, a little blue one sold. Yeah, yeah.
Thanks very much for your time.
All right, I appreciate it. All right, cheers.
Make it impossible to find me. Go on and believe it's nothing at all. Aren't you sick of promises that